G'day everyone, Paul from Moral Boat Builders, and thank you for remarks I've just put in the other vlog yesterday, and I've got some remarks and a couple of phone calls from some local people, so that's terrific. Really appreciate it. It's 2 days now. As I said to you earlier, I was doing all the rails, which is such a long, tedious job, and continually sticking your fingers together using the 5-minute super glue. That's basically what I use. I've got heat guns here, but I don't like to use them. I use the 5-minute super glue. But you can see it behind me here. I've got photos coming up. I've got a short vlog on the video as well, going around the vessel. She's all lit up, as you can see her there. I haven't done the floats yet, and I've got to do the electronics, and I've also got to paint all the rails. It's very hard from this distance to see them, but they'll show up in the bit of a video that I've put together, just going around the vessel. But as I said, 2 days of just tedious, and it's just hours. I think yesterday was about 9 hours cutting, and because I said to you once before, I use Shazlik sticks, so you've got to cut them exactly. You've got to be quick, put them in for the glue, because it dries so quick, and plus it sticks to your hand, your fingers half the time. But I got around it, and I'm very happy with it. Today's Sunday, and I've been on it now for 6 hours and just completed it, done the front and rear gates as I said to you. So yeah, it's not all stuck together, obviously, but in the if you can compare with what you see behind you and that photograph there, sorry, it's not really clear, maybe that one, that might be a little bit better, that photograph there. So that's the original one that I took after. So and as I said, I always say not to scale, but I think the hardest part was getting all this section up here, and the aft down here. As you can see it, there it is in there. If I can point behind me there and down, that's all, so 5 parts just in there. So they haven't been stuck down. They will actually go to the top deck, because the whole top deck lifts, and I've got electronic gear. It's easier to point, isn't it? Opposite, yeah, in the tinted windows here at the rear of the craft. That's where all the electronic gear is going. You can't see it at the moment, but the spar is upstairs. The stairs are in. I put those in. I had to recut them because, of course, now that I've put rails around the back, and where they were originally going to go was across the gate, so I've had to move them over to the other side. So, you know, it's just trial and error, as you know, when you're doing these sort of model boats and ships, that you just got to change things, and it just doesn't work out. But I think I've got it pretty well close. That's probably a better picture. But that's the one that I've copied off. With the rails, I've changed them slightly because there's just so much work in here. I've done a double top rail and a chair rail. We'll call it a chair rail, but it's got a double rail, and eventually I'm hoping that I can get some mesh, and then I'll block all that in with mesh. But at the moment, I'm quite happy with the way it's turned out. I've done like extra things. I've done a little communication tower up here. I've changed this section here slightly, and of course there's no spar in this one, but I've still got the barbecue to do, which is going to go up here, so I'll carve that out. I'll make that out of wood and carve it all out, and that'll sit up on the bow. And I've still got to make, like I said, 2 outboard motors, which will be dummies, which will be actually steering mechanisms. I've worked that out, so I'm going to turn them into the rudders, so there'll be 2 rudders, and from here with the motor, and I'll just put 1 shaft underneath. These do run by 2 outboards, of course, but to get to the outboards, they're quite expensive, and I don't see the point in it. It's a very, very slow vessel. Yeah, so we'll just leave it at that at this stage, but there she is. I'm very happy with her, very happy with it. It's been a long, tedious job, and if you've looked at my vlogs before, the Emmy Lou, the paddle steamer from the Murray River up at Echuca, this one's from South Australia, but that was probably the biggest job I've ever done, doing a paddle steamer. I had to redesign a lot, so now I've got 2 to go up on the Murray. So hopefully in the next week or so she should be ready to run. I've got the motors, I've got the shaft. I'll probably have to cut a shaft back, but I've got all that. I've got the electronic gear. That's all sitting up on my shelves here, so we should be right. Okay, so I'll leave it at that, and again, please like and subscribe. It really helps me, and you know, to get the word around and to get out there. So I do get a lot of comments from overseas because I'm on the Facebook model boat builders website, so I communicate with them quite a bit. So just, yeah, like I said, just like, subscribe and share as much as you possibly can. I really appreciate it. And all this hard work is certainly well worth it and keeps me busy. Alright, so all the best, and thanks again, and God bless for now.